All right, let's dive into a story that really messes with your idea of reality. Today we're exploring the world of the Kanton Verge.
And this question right here, this is the whole ballgame. It's the one question that kicks off a journey that doesn't just unravel a character's world, but might just make you question your own.
So, to get our heads around this story does something pretty clever. It drops us right into our own world, but we see it through the eyes of a total outsider named Kolke. And his take on things is, it's a little unsettling. To Kolke, our way of life is just bizarre. He sees us constantly working, always trying to get more stuff. But the one thing he absolutely cannot wrap his head around is money. The idea that people with, in his words, so little true wisdom can control millions of others because of it, to him, it's pure madness. And you can really feel his culture shock here. He looks around and just sees contradictions. We're selfish, we love our pets, but eat other animals, we're slaves to the clock. From where he comes from, a place of total unity, our world of individual struggles looks like just exhausting, pointless chaos. So if our world seems so nuts to him, you've got to wonder, where is he from? Well, let's go there. Let's take a trip to his home, Kanton. And you have to understand, it's not really a planet in the way we think of one. It's more like a single, giant, living organism. Okay, so get this. The entire ground, the foundation of their world, is this stuff called the Aksis. It isn't dirt or rock. It's alive. It's sentient, soft, always moving. The ground literally feels like a, quote, great pudding under their feet, and it's psychically linked to everyone on it. And the Aksis does everything. You're hungry? Just think it, and food appears. Your clothes are formed from it, and you can change them with just a thought. And since every single thought and feeling is shared through the Aksis, no one is ever alone. But think about that for a second. If you never have to work for anything, what does it actually mean to achieve something? And this comparison just drives it home. A house for us is a thing, an object we build. On Kanton, their homes, called kronogs, are living beings. They're literally part of the family, with names and everything. They shift and change with the weather or your mood, giving you comfort and even wisdom. It's a completely different reality. So you've got this perfect world, right? No hunger, no loneliness, no struggle. But perfection can be fragile, and it all starts to crack during a simple, traditional coming-of-age ritual. This is where the first taste of true, terrifying individuality creeps in. Here's the deal with the ritual. A young man has to go take a dip in the Tosk. The Tosk is this massive ocean that surrounds their whole world, and in all their legends, it's known as the Great Water of Pain and Sadness. Basically, they think it's the edge of everything. And this is where everything changes. The second Kolke steps into that water, the Aksis, that warm, constant psychic connection to everyone and everything, it just lets go. For the first time in his entire life, he is completely and totally alone. And with that comes things he's never felt before. Cold, pain, and this dawning, scary awareness of himself as a separate being. Can you even imagine that feeling of being totally cut off after a lifetime of connection? As he tells his younger brother Isac later, that feeling of separation, well, that's just what the end of the world feels like. And, once you've had a taste of something like that, you can't just go back. That feeling plants a seed of curiosity that their perfect little world was never meant to handle. So, unsettled, but also inspired, the brothers make a secret pact, a forbidden one. The day Isac comes of age, they're going to do the unthinkable, swim across the entire Tosk and see for themselves what's really out there. So that's really the question, isn't it? What do you find when you start poking at the boundaries of a flawless utopia? And maybe more importantly, why would you ever risk everything just to find out? Well, these two brothers, they're about to find out. After years of secretly training, they finally do it. They set off to swim across the Tuscan Sea, leaving everything they've ever known behind them. And what they find? It's not what any of the legends said it would be. So they just swim for what feels like forever. Their home, the living land of Kanton, fades away behind them. The only thing they have to guide them is the strip of stars in the sky, which they call the Solasán. They're exhausted, on the verge of giving up, and then they see it. Something dark rising up out of the water, way off in the distance. They made it. They found the end of the world. But as they get closer, something feels wrong. This isn't a natural shore. It's not a beach or cliffs. It's nothing like what the stories described. It's a wall. Just a wall. Massive, dark, and perfectly smooth. It feels cold, lifeless, artificial. The absolute opposite of the warm, living world they came from.
And in that moment, their entire world view shatters. Their world isn't a planet. It's a box. And somehow, against all odds, they find a way to start climbing.
It's a brutal climb, but they make it. They pull themselves up over the top, and they look down. And from this impossible view, they see their entire world for the very first time.
And what they see is just breathtaking. As Isac puts it, it was the most magnificent experience I had ever had. Below them, Kanton is this beautiful, swirling sea of living color and light, a perfect, contained system. But then, the other shoe drops. That beautiful sight comes with a horrifying realization. Their sky is just a high, dark ceiling. Their sacred stars, they're just lights hanging from that ceiling on metal stems. Their whole world, the living Aksis, the painful Tosk, all of it is inside a giant man-made box. Their perfect world is a lie.
So they're out. They've discovered their perfect utopia is an elaborate prison. The story leaves them standing right there, on the edge of everything they thought was real, staring out into an even bigger unknown. And it leaves us with one heck of a question. What's scarier? Finding out your whole world is a lie, or facing the truth of what lies beyond it?